Hi guys, my name is Rebecca Salgado and this is a video for my Cajita project. Um, for this project, it was pretty easy to find some things around the house because I keep most of my sentimental stuff to a minimum and I keep it on display. So first, the box that I chose is a Scrabble box, and I chose this because growing up, my dad, myself, and my sister would play Scrabble a lot, mostly to help her with her spelling. And so it was just a fun way to get us to be interested in spelling and writing. And ever since then, I've always loved playing Scrabble with my dad. He says like I'm the only one. I'm one of 6 kids, and he says I'm the only one that has patience to lose a game. So in my box, I have a few things about me. One is this belt. So my family is from Mexico, and we are from the state of Michoacan in this little town called the Gran Canal. And I didn't visit. My grandpa's house is still there, the one that my mom grew up in. And we didn't visit it for over 20 years. I visited it as a child when I was around 4 years old, and I don't remember the trip. And then again, in 2016, I decided that I wanted to go with or without my family because I had some cousins that were going for Christmas. And so I went, and one of the days for Fiestas Guadalupanas was to dress up in traditional wear, and that included this belt. So it was just a way to reconnect with my roots. Another thing I have in here are these 2 gifts that I've received from my sisters. This one, if you can read it, it says, "Side by side or miles apart, sisters will always be connected by the heart." It's really cheesy, I know. And this necklace, it says sisters as well. So my 2 younger sisters are married, and I was part of their wedding party, and these were gifts that they gave me as being their maid of honor, both of their maid of honors. So it was seeing them and their relationships, and my family is very close. And now I live in Santa Ana, and my youngest sister, she got married and she moved to Murrieta, which is pretty far. But my other younger sister, Victoria, she got married and is moving to Boston. They're on their honeymoon right now. She just recently got married. So I wanted to show that because, you know, my sisters are my best friends, and now it's been really hard to not have them around like I've been used to. Like, we literally, this room that we're in, we shared growing up, you know, the 3 girls, a little cramped, but we would share all our clothes and everything. So having their friendship was always very important for me. Another thing I have in here are a couple of things that I've gotten in my travels. So I have this fan I got in Spain, this perfume that I got in France, and this camel that I received in Jerusalem. So traveling is a really important part of my life. My first major trip was in 2005 when I went to Germany, and most of my trips have been centered around religious activities, Catholic activities, to go to see the Pope on a World Youth Day. Every few years he has like this big meeting with all the Catholic youth and invites everybody to go see him. And so I've gotten these to go when I would go see him, because we would do like a little tour of the countries that we would go visit. I have also a picture of me with my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. McCormick. And ever since I was in kindergarten, I can't find the paper, but I even have a paper that I wrote of what I want to be when I grow up, which is to be a teacher. And it was because of her. Her attitude, the way she treated us with a lot of respect and kindness and love. I fell in love with the idea of being just like her. And then I also have a picture of some girls that I spent time in the Dominican Republic with. I lived there for a year in 2013. And during this time, I kind of rediscovered the desire to be a teacher. My educational journey has gone up and down. I was going to school and then I quit, and I had a bunch of different majors. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I took a break and I went to the Dominican Republic to serve at this religious house. And during that time, I kind of rediscovered that I wanted to be a teacher, and so I went back to school after that. I also have The Alchemist, which is one of my favorite books. I read it like on a plane ride. I don't remember, I think to Boston to go visit my sister's fiance and his family with her. And it just really impressed me that, you know, all of our life has meaning, and that all of the decisions that we make and everything that we encounter, there's some meaning behind it, which leads me to my next thing, which is a picture of my grandmother, Sara Gonzalez, and a rosary that she gave me. So my family is very religious. We're Catholic, and we're a very matriarchal family. She passed away when I was 11 years old, but the things that she did with our family left a big impression. She was very loving, and she was the one who was always telling us to pray. You know, my parents had a really difficult time in their marriage, and so she invited them to go back to the church, and I think because of that, their marriage was saved in a way. And I remember every time I would spend the night, I hated it, but she would make us stay up to do the rosary with me and my cousins, because we would all love to just go spend the night over there and make a mess and play outside, because she had a big yard with trees and everything. But the only downside would be that we had to pray at night and in the morning when we woke up. But now it's because of that, I have like a tenderness towards prayer, especially towards the rosary and towards Mary. So that's my Cajita project. All of these things are made up who I am, you know, getting back to my roots, traveling and seeing different cultures, my grandmother, and reading, you know, just trying to connect to a bigger meaning in my life. And hopefully that will lead me to having my own classroom and teaching and helping other children reach their full potential. Thank you.